Let me ask you a question. Although maximum of the viewers already know the answer, still, the question needs to be asked. Today's question is, what will be the result of any number while dividing by 0? Most of the viewers gives two types answers. One of them is infinite, the other one is undefined. If your answer is infinite, then I'm sorry to say, your answer is wrong. If your answer is undefined, then in that case, my question is, why is it undefined? If you do not know the answer or you are confused, then stay tuned for next 120 seconds with us. Topic will be described after this intro. For next 120 seconds, this dot will inform us about the time why dividing any number by 0 produces undefinable value that can be described in many ways. But today we will describe the most interesting explanation. Let's prove it. I'm selecting one from our infinite numbers to describe this interesting fact. First of all, if I divide 1 by 1, the result will be 1. Now if I divide 1 by 0.1 instead of 1, then the result will be 10. Divide 1 by 0.01, then we will get 100. Move towards 0. And if we divide 1 by a value that is almost 0, then in that case, we will get a value which is infinite. But that infinite will be a positive infinite. That means the number will be positive infinity. If I perform all these divisions by negative numbers instead of positive numbers, that means if I divide 1 by -1, then I will get -1. If I divide 1 by -0.1, then I will get -10. Like this. If I divide 1 with smaller number than this, divide 1 by -0.01, then I will get -100. If I continue the division with more lower number, then at one moment we can recognize that it is taking us to negative infinity. So now if we notice 1 divided by 0 equals plus infinity, and, same as that, 1 divided by 0 equals minus infinity, noticing at the line of positive infinity, we can see that is heading towards the positive direction of y-axis. And if we see the line of negative infinity, then we would see that it is heading towards negative direction of y-axis. On that case, we don't have any definite point to define any value. That means there's no point or value to define 1 divided by 0. So this is undefinable. Not just 1. Here instead of 1, no matter what number we take, we will get the same chart, since we cannot define this term, which means, just because it is undefinable, we call this term undefined. That's why dividing any number by 0 makes that term undefined.